today. From Los Angeles, California, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. And now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. You talk about this Rams defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Ready, 45, right. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Connor. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Stafford's throw there taken in by... Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterward.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On first down at Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Stafford. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Again, it's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Complete. Smith has it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Stafford. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are back within a score. The point after, good by Groupie. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They'll run here with Dallas as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They've definitely established the ball quite well, and big man with football is an integral.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll go down at the 28. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Connor up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr., a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Cooper Kupp, touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Groupie able to add the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. I mean, this defense, they can't. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Right back to Conner here on first. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second and 2. Throw left side to Higgins. Touchdown, Cardinals. Elijah Higgins from 17 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Stafford to his #1 guy Cup for a Los Angeles first. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's Stafford now on second down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Stafford on 1st down. Short throw to Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford now to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Again, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the 50, Stafford.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Stafford looks to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13. So let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Isaac Guerrero, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Caleb Williams, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's complete to McBride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his 9th rushing touchdown on the year and 11th overall, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. On 1st and 10 is Counter.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Here's Dallas. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Rolling to his right, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll look to fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Short throw to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt.
Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught by Harrison.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Out to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Connor,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner
with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's McBride. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Byron Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. Back to throw here.
And he will try to get to the pylon, but he's not going to get there. They mark him out short of the goal line.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2nd and 5.
Here's Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Here's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. To throw is Stafford. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing again is Stafford. Short throw to Smith.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. And he's into the clear. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Here's a hit, and he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands.
Touchdown!
Elijah Higgins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals are going to be... on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Yeah, he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Brissett. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a dump-off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This one swung out to Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get it. Another one right there.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeout.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's Thompson Robinson again on 2nd and 10.
He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Cards, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.